welcome to Fiesta Fridays on the Streak. I'm Steve DeBerry.
And I'm Jake Craney. Cheers.
Cheers. Got a great day ahead for you. We got interleague play in the MLB starting today. Still got some NBA basketball, and we also got some golf to talk about. Jake, what would you like to start with?
Well, before we start, let me first mention a game that we both got correct yesterday. Although for the first time in Streak history, my Dickie had performance issues.
No, Dickie did not perform well.
Dickie got knocked around a little bit, but thankfully the Mets bats won us that game.
He tag teamed someone in there and it got it done for him.
Let's start today with golf though, because it's one of the earlier props. Let's analyze Phil Mickelson versus Adam Scott. First round score. Phil has the tie. Yeah, so it's the second round score. First round, Mickelson shot even. Adam Scott shot +3, so right there you're seeing that Mickelson's a little more comfortable on the scores. If you look back last week at the players, Phil performed better than Adam last week. You also got to factor in that Phil's last 4 second rounds have been 71, 72, 68, 70. Adam Scott's have been 70, 70, 68, 71. So very, very, very even. So what it comes down to for me in this prop is the tie option. Phil has it. Phil shot better in the first round. To me, it's a no-brainer. If you're going to pick this, you're going to go with Phil Mickelson. It's not one I'd particularly go with because you're going to be locked into an 18-hole golf prop all day. But if you'd like to go with this one, Mickelson with a tie option, in my opinion, is the way to go. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take this prop either, but I think if you do, you got to take Phil with a tie. I'm not a huge history guy as far as, you know, years and years ago, but I'm a what have you done for me lately guy. So
what have they done for you lately?
Well, yesterday Phil was 3 strokes better. That's what they've done for me lately. So exact same course. I expect Phil to at least be even with him and win the prop. I mean, you got to go with that if you're picking that prop. I don't pick it with any sort of confidence though.
Yeah. So we
Fiesta Friday.
Hey, we agreed yesterday, and we were 4-0. Cheers to that, 4-0. So we're agreeing on this one today, so it's a great start to the Friday. Let's move on to some interleague baseball. Inter-city rivalry. We've got the Chicago White Sox traveling down the road to the Chicago Cubs. Thoughts on this game?
It's mediocre versus average. I don't know what to say here, really. They're both extremely mediocre baseball teams. Humber has not been a great pitcher this year. He was really good in his last start, but otherwise he's been knocked around a little bit. Samardzija has been pitching really well. He was on the streak a few days ago and won. He's been on point, and I feel like the Cubbies have screwed me just enough, picking with them, picking Garza, picking Dempster, picking all sorts of people. They've screwed me enough times that they will actually now win this game. Cubs win tomorrow. Today.
You got some,
I don't even know what day it is. I'm on beer 28.
You've got some...
Days blend together, folks.
Are you on a W28 right now?
I wish. World? Yes. I'm on a B28.
There you go. So, I agree with you. Humber hasn't pitched very well. Samardzija, 2.89 ERA, 4-1 record. He's played pretty well. The Cubs are 6-4 in their last 10 home games. The White Sox are 4-6 in their last 10 road games. So
mediocre.
Yeah, they're both sort of mediocre, right around that 500 mark. The thing that sticks out to me is the Samardzija ERA at home. It's a pretty easy pick if you're just sort of going. If you're picking the White Sox, you're obviously picking on a notion or a feel. But if you're picking with the facts and the stats, you're picking the Cubs, which I'm going with as well.
I think so. We're 2 for 2 already. We've got to disagree at some point.
I hope so.
Let's get into some intriguing basketball props. Starting with the Celtics 76ers series, we've got a prop involving Rajon Rondo's points or tie versus Drew Holiday's points in the first half. What are you thinking?
I'm going Alien Head. Alien Head's taking it all the way. Alien Head's averaging this season 6 points per half.
And it's Rondo, by the way. We're not familiar with Alien Head.
Oh, we'll get to that. They'll see it on the bottom line. They'll see Steve's pick, Rajon Alien Head Rondo. Rondo's averaging 6 points per half all season. Drew Holiday, 6.5 points per half. Drew has 7 per half in his last 10. Rondo has 10 per half or 5, I'm sorry, 5 per half in his last 10. The key here, and the stat that I'm looking at, is in wins this season, Rondo is averaging 9 points per half. In losses this season, Drew Holiday is averaging 6 points per half. I expect the Celtics to win the game tomorrow night. Therefore, I expect Rondo to get closer to his average of 18 points per game in this. The 9 points, I like Rondo. I like Rondo with the tie. Alien head for the win.
Alien head for the win, huh?
Yes.
Well, we'll see about that. They both average about 13 or 14 points per game in this series. I just get the feeling like Philly's going to spread the ball around more, and Boston may have a fairly comfortable first half lead, although I really picked a horrible matchup last time.
Oh, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
But I feel like Boston may be out in front. Rondo's going to get to the basket, even though he's a really, really bad shooter. He drives and scores close to the basket. Holiday may have double digits. He may have 0. That's how much the Phillies spread their offense around. So I'm going to go ahead and take Alien head as well. Alien head for the win.
Alien head for the win. Remember that, folks. When that name spreads, you heard it here first on the Daily Streak. So we got one more prop to talk about. It's the Oklahoma City 9-0 in the last minute 40 Thunder against the Los Angeles we failed hard late Lakers. It's a straight up prop. Jake, tell us about this one and who are you going with?
This is tough. This is actually tough because after seeing game 1, I really saw the talent difference and I was like, oh, this is going to be Thunder really easy. But the Lakers really showed up in game 2 and they made the Thunder into a jump shooting team. And you know, if you stay hot, obviously you're going to win, especially if you're as talented as the Thunder. But they did not shoot well in game 2 at all. The Lakers had that game, they blew it. I feel like they're going to employ similar defensive methods. They're going to still make them a jump shooting team. I don't feel like they're going to be as on fire as they were in game 1 or as cold as they were in game 2. They'll be somewhere in the middle. But I feel like the Lakers are going to throw everything at them. They're going to throw everything they have. They're going to try to get one game. I say they win game 3 with the Staples crowd tonight, and then they lose the next 2.
If you look at the statistics, this game favors the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Lakers don't play on statistics. They're just whenever they want to, they're amazing. Whenever they don't want to, they suck.
Are you ready? Are you ready for my portion? Are you ready? Because I agree with you. Because we can't go with statistics. We're throwing the statistics out.
Ooh, I actually had my lock on there, but that's
throw them out. Throw them out. I hope you know your luck, because we're throwing statistics out here. The Lakers are pissed. Kobe is pissed. Kobe's coming back to the house that he built, okay? And he will not lose tonight.
Did we just go 4 for 4 again?
I think we might have. Ooh. But he will not lose tonight. The Lakers take this game, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say they win by 8 to 12 points. They're going to really have a convincing win. I think Powell shows up. I think Bynum finally shows up. Blake probably will be a little upset about missing that shot. He'll really be honed in, and Kobe obviously will be honed in. So I got the Lakers at home. You've got the Lakers at home.
Yep.
You've got the Cubs. I've got the Cubs.
Yep.
You've got Phil Mickelson. I've got Phil Mickelson. Rondo, alien head. We're 4 for 4.
You heard it here first.
We were 4-0 yesterday, so if that's what it is, that's what it is. So we're going to come back, and we're going to get to a new segment we'd like to call the Shitty Pick of the Week. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss that. Welcome back. It's time for the Shitty Pick of the Week. This week, the Shitty Pick comes from none other than Jake Craney. It was a Wednesday night pick. It was the Celtics at the 76ers. The Celtics ended up winning that game by almost 20 points.
Yep.
You picked the Sixers. Explain yourself.
Shitty pick. Cheers.
Oh, you need to tell us more than that. Why'd you go with them and what went wrong?
Dude, just one of those wayward research jobs where I was looking at these Sixers Celtics, they were so incredibly even in the first two games. The Sixers looked like they were just a step quicker. They wanted it more. They managed to pull out game two, even though it was kind of on a controversial call. I just saw them bouncing off their home crowd, which is a good crowd when they are good, and they just laid an egg.
So this is the shitty pick of the week, but we're going to give you a chance to redeem yourself. Tonight, the Celtics are at the Sixers again. It's also a who will win this matchup. What's going to happen tonight?
That's a very good question. Do the Sixers lose 2 games in a row on their home court? Yes, they do. Celtics win.
Celtics, there you have it. He's going to redeem himself, folks. I like that pick. We'll see how it goes. Stick with us. We got Charles's pick of the day. He is, I believe, 2-2 this week. So this is to try to get to a winning week. A little hangover from last week's 5-0 week, but we'll see how he does. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's time for Charles's pick of the day. Jake, who will Charles be picking today?
Charles will be deciding between the Tampa Bay Rays or the Atlanta Braves in Tampa. Charles, what do you got?
Alright, it seems that Charles is a big fan of rap music. He likes Outkast, he likes Ludacris, and he's going with the Atlanta Braves. Bombs over Baghdad, Charles, good luck. We'll be right back with our locks of the day. Welcome back, it's time for our locks of the day. Let's start with the person we always start with, Chris DeBerry.
Doing the best at locks.
He is doing great. I believe he's 10-5 now. I think he's 10-5.
We'll see what the graphic says.
Yeah, I believe he's 10-5. And today he is rolling with the same team that you're trying to get out of the shitty pick of the week gutter with. He's going with the Celtics.
The Celts.
He likes the Celtics.
All right.
Jake, who do you like for your lock?
Well, this is my first opportunity on the Daily Streak to pick a tennis prop.
Oh.
I am picking the over 7 games or more in the Federer-Seppi match. I think a lot of people don't know who Andreas Seppi is. The last 3 times they played on clay, this prop would have gone over twice. The last time they played, which was a couple months ago, Seppi took a set off Federer and went way over, obviously. So I think Seppi, even though he's been on the verge of a couple 3-set matches, he plays Federer well, he plays him close, he'll be grinding in this match, and he'll take it over. He'll take it just maybe a little bit over.
I'm going to give you guys a tip. This is a former college tennis player. He knows what he's talking about. Listen to this guy when it comes to college tennis props. When it's time for the Olympics and it's track and field props, this is the guy to listen to. For my lock of the day, I dug deep. I dug real deep.
Doesn't look very deep, but all right.
It was pretty deep. And I am going with the Louisville Lady Cardinals softball team.
Wow.
To win by 4 more runs.
I have to take this poncho off after that pick.
4 more runs against the Valpo.
Oh,
Don't even know the mascots.
God. The Crusaders.
Louisville is 26-23 in their games this year when it comes to just winning by 4 runs. Louisville's went through a big conference schedule. Valpo's only played 2 big conference schools. We're talking about BCS conference schools this year. One of them they lost by 4 runs, or more than 4 runs. The other by 3 runs. So when they went out of their little comfortable conference, they didn't play good. So I think this is a slam dunk. Louisville women by 4 runs. Lock it up.
They don't call him the Grand Poobah of women's college softball for nothing.
No, they don't.
Steve DeBerry.
Well, that's another glorious episode. We hope you have a great weekend.
Enjoy Fiesta Friday. What's
Fiesta Friday. Let's leave them with a little ole. Ole! There we go.